Welcome to MechWarrior Online. This is Fuzzy Nova, and today we've got the Nova Breaker. So I've got a sort of underrated hero mech. It's not the most popular hero mech, but you do see Nova Breakers every now and then. At least I have been seeing them every now and then. And the Nova is one of my favorite clan mediums. I have a lot of favorite clan mediums, but the Nova is definitely up there. The Nova, I'll first off by saying, if you're new to MechWarrior Online, the Nova is definitely a mech to try first. It's a relatively easy mech to pilot, and it's got quite a few good variants. And the Breaker is actually my new favorite variant because it gives you so many more options than just energy. And I'm actually going to do at least 2 parts to the Nova Breaker, but I hadn't put out a video in like 3 days, and I've got work. I got to work in like 5 hours, and like 5 in the morning. So I wanted to put out something, and I had a. This is a build that I do a lot on mechs that have these hard points, and it's a classic build that I always do, and it's a great build, and it's really easy. So let's take a look at the Nova Breaker. This is the classic paint job that it came with. Very, very, very good medium clan mech. The Nova Prime is a classic mech. It's known for having 12 ER medium lasers. So for medium, that's fucking insane. And but the Nova Breaker is definitely one that I've been looking at, and I just never got. I always chose something else. So it was time for the Nova Breaker, and it was only 15 bucks. This is part of the original clan heroes, like the first clan heroes thing that they put out. This was part of it. So classic mech, definitely a classic mech. It was part with all the mechs with the what was it, the Ultraviolet was part of it, which I already did. The Ultraviolet's a great mech, but the Nova, it's fast, it's nimble, it's agile. It's and it can put out. That's the thing. This mech can definitely put out. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the Breaker comes with. And yeah, as I said, I'll be doing 2 videos on the Breaker because I got 2 builds that I want to do. So the Breaker comes with 2 ballistic, 5 energy, and 2 missiles. So I think this is the only Nova that has missile hardpoints. Definitely missile hardpoints. And with 2 ballistics, most of the times you're going to see machine guns on the Breaker because most people don't use anything larger than at least Ultra AC2s on it. And with 5 energy, that's good. I'm glad it has 5 energy, because the Nova's definitely an energy mech. It handles energy relatively well. And then you got the 2 missiles, and it's just, you can do a lot with that. You could do SRMs, LRMs, and even with 2 missiles, you could do 2 LRM-20s and have a freaking Nova missile boat, which is insane. I know, it's crazy, but it's very doable. And the LRMs on a Nova, actually, it's a good mech to use LRMs on, and that's what I'm going to do my second video on, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to do this one. So for my ballistic, I wanted to do a heavy ballistic, and the biggest one you could put in was a Clan Ultra AC-10 for the Ultras. Or I could have done an AC-10 or an LBX or a Gauss rifle, but I like the Clan Ultra AC-10. It's a weapon that I use a lot, especially on clan mechs. It's got great range. I mean, a max range of 1080. It's a damaging weapon. The only thing you have to worry about is it jamming, but you already know that. And I could have fit more than 3 ER mediums, but the heat management with a Clan Ultra AC-10 and 3 ER mediums is pretty good. Having the 4th, you could definitely do. You have to drop either some armor points or you have to drop a ton of ammo. 3 tons of ammo was about as much as I want. 2 tons is kind of on the edge of not enough, but 3 tons is definitely enough for a good match, especially if you're used to your DACA. So yeah, not a lot of weapons, but definitely enough firepower to cause some serious damage. And sometimes people aren't expecting that coming from a Nova. So you run into a Nova with a Clan Ultra AC-10, you're kind of like, holy shit. So you need to watch out. And our missiles go on our left arm, but we have none for this build. But we will get to that in another video, in the next video. Alright, so it comes with a Clan XL250, which is 81 kph. And upgrades, it comes with double heat sinks, and it comes with actually that's it. It doesn't come with Indosteel or ferro fibrous, and you can't really do it with this. You can't upgrade this. The only thing you can upgrade is the missiles. Armor points, you got 54 in the CT, 38 in my torsos, 32 in my arms, 40 in the legs. Heat management with this build is 1.52 out of 2. That's why I did the 3. If you put an extra ER medium, it's going to drop your heat management quite a bit. So it's just a good group of weapons there. Very good group of weapons. Skill-wise, all my skills right now are going towards the use of missiles, as target decay, all that stuff, like target lock skills. So I don't have really any skills that deal with these weapons. All my enhancements are, basically it all goes. We do have an ER laser range. We've also got the cool XP bonus. I do got radar depth for me. Everything else is towards missiles and stuff like that. So with that said, really, the breaker, it's worth $15. And I spent a lot of money on this game buying mechs, but $15 for a solid, fun clan mech is definitely worth it. And the ballistic right there in the torso, it's a good spot for it too. I mean, the Nova is a squatty mech. It's kind of squatty, but you also got your 2 laser hard points up there as well. The rest of them are in the arms, in your right arm. Good hard points. It's also got jump jets, so yeah, those are automatically enabled on the mech. You really can't take them off. It's part of the structure. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and get into a match, and let's test this baby out. See you guys on the battlefield.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Dropping into Polar Highlands in the Nova Breaker. I've always loved the cockpit of the Nova. I don't know why, just pleasing. So, yep, everyone, it actually might be too late if you haven't done it. They were giving out, we got the May Days thing going on, and they had the UAV shoot down and UAV tracking thing where you would get your free satellite warhorn. So I got mine, which is nice. It's nice that PGI does stuff like that. I think the Cinco de Mayo was yesterday and today. You get a free Mexican flag. And actually there's a new one. It should be starting or already started. I haven't looked at it yet. But anyways, as I said, the Nova is a great mech for new pilots. Great mech for anybody. I think everyone likes the Nova. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything bad about it, except for I think maybe there was like 1 or 2 variants that are kind of like eh. But I'm actually interested in the lore on the Nova. I kind of want to look at it, check it out.
Target acquired.
But yeah, 1 Clan Ultra AC-10 and 3 ER mediums. You could do 5 ER mediums if you wanted to. You'd only be left with 1 ton of ammo for the Clan Ultra AC-10 though. Now, if you wanted to drop the Clan Ultra AC-10 down to a Clan Ultra AC-5, a little less firepower, but you would have more room for maybe an SRM or a couple more lasers. You could do 5 ER mediums, a Clan AC-5, and maybe an SRM or an LRM. Or an ATM, or whatever the hell you want to use. So there's that. I'm telling them to go wide, but I don't think that's gonna work. Going wide, I know it's a simple term, but it's an effective term that sometimes cutting straight through to the enemy is not a good idea.
New target acquired.
There's a Raven over there pounding me with some PPCs. Barely dodged those LRMs there. I'm getting picked at here.
Missile.
Stop hitting me!
New target.
Making sure there's no other scouts out here. Yeah, get back. Oh man, I got hit kind of hard, so I need to head inland towards the rest of the team because I'm getting singled out here. Marauder 2C on the edge. Just doing some light harassing here. But yeah, I really don't think anyone's expecting to see a Clan Ultra AC-10 on a Nova. Of course it's been done. Of course there's other pilots that have this build, but you don't see them too often. As I said, the breaker does come with 2 ballistic hardpoints, and you could do 2 Clan Ultra AC-2s very easily. Both of 2 Clan Ultra AC-2s would equal to 10 tons, which is as much as the Clan Ultra AC-10 is. And that's not a bad build either for this. But the Clan Ultra AC-10 just have such a stronger punch. If I could put a Clan Ultra AC-20 in here, I definitely would. I would do a Clan Ultra AC-20 and the rest just straight up SRMs. And just have a freaking just badass brawl type mech.
New target acquired.
Ooh, that Mad Cat's... Ooh, he's hurting.
Target
He's dead.
destroyed.
Alright.
New target acquired.
But yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to work on my other build on this,
Target acquired.
using missiles, because having missiles on a Nova is just cool.
New target acquired.
It's a big reason I got this. Now, whether it's going to be LRMs or SRMs, I do have a good LRM build for this, and I have the skills that make it even better. So that's what I'm focused on at the moment, is that build.
New target acquired.
That Timby. Because I haven't done LRMs much recently, hardly at all, like I used to do them, because I used to do them all the time, and I want to get back into them. LRMs can rack up some nice damage, and they're effective. I know. I'm being shot at. Take this, and this. Got him. And overheated. Yeah, I was taking that chance, but taking that chance. Come on. Luckily, the Marauder is not paying attention to me. So, let's go ahead and get to some cover here. Someone is definitely shooting at me, though. It's, oh god, this commando. Damn it. Quick little bugger. This Marauder looks like a good target. And as you can see, it's... There we go.
New target acquired.
There we go. I don't know. I have something. I have a special feeling for this mech. It's sort of a love for the Nova. And it's not just because it's in my YouTube name, but it's
Target acquired.
it feels good. It's kind of like the Ebon Jaguar to me. The Ebon Jaguar feels perfect. It feels just right. It's a mech that I will always love.
Heat level critical.
And even though I've done like every Ebon Jaguar variant, I'm gonna do it again because I just want to. Come on, unjam.
Destroyed.
Damn it.
Heat level.
Sorry, dude. Alright, let's take him out. And we annihilated them. It could have gone the other way though. It could have gone fast, but we made the right moves. We pushed hard. But yeah, the breaker, it's got the hard points to do all sorts of builds, and this build right here is one that I go to a lot on different mechs. Clan Ultra AC-10 ER mediums. It's a very good build. 2 kills, 6 assists, 418 damage. So, I mean, it can put out some good damage. And 354,000 C-bills, not bad. And guys, we will see you tomorrow. Well, we'll see you in the next video for the second build for the Breaker. See you guys next time. Fuzzy Nova, out.